Hid from cruising Bundy's inside the burned-out husk of a Chinese recon vehicle. They passed by, and much thanks to our earth oil, did not detect us. When we were sure they'd gone, we headed down to the acid house to hear some jams, dance, cop a buzz, fry, same old, same old. Had to check my AK in at the door. We had to pay the steep admittance fee of shotgun shells and a hunting knife we'd found scavenging. She wanted to drop something we'd scored for us. I was ready as well. Forget the violence. Just drop. Veg in the chill room. Watch the wall melt. She wanted to get gone. Forget herself by diving into the dance floor. I craved the chill room for escape from the savage eternal dance outside inside, happy to just listen to the wall telling a tale of subjective reality adrift. She wants to be with me, but she's torn by the dancing mass, and I yell her name, only wanting to be with her, flying to the heavens in our own black space. I want her to lose it. Damn, ho, kill it, rape, but she ain't gonna argue with my throbbing cat. I guess that's the lyrics to music nowadays. But that's okay. And I'm looking into her eyes, and I'm a hysterical pan in the midst of orgasms. And I remember when the time to lose it was for fun. I'm there. Vibes so high we succumb, leaving infinity for the sexual entanglement, skin-shedding skin ritual we share amongst the cushions of the chill room. We make our way again through the other ravagers. Where art thou now, noble savage? No answer from him. Only answer this Hobbesian state we live in. I'm hungry. And afterwards, amid the other fucking ravagers and chiller outers, we dress, and then it's time to cavort amongst the ruins, as we have always done. Out here, in this smoggy atmosphere, some wore gas masks, while others of more existential thought did not. Way bigger worries now, since the country or the world, as far as we know, is nothing but gangs of all sorts, fighting over food and water and women and drugs and weapons and nothing at all. And our mouths start watering to the intoxicating smell of roasting cat. I hate cat flesh for tasting so good. I mean, I'd loved cats before. Not for food, but now they're quite plentiful amongst the ruins. Remember, at the beach, how we fell into ourselves? More sand in that clump of sand than people in the world. Right? Look, here on shore in the sea I can see how insignificant we really are. We kissed. I felt her spine sending out energy which I absorbed greedily, and we continued to kiss, and I breathed into her like fleshly God enlivening his creation. Now in the same old thing like before the fall, bitching because we're on acid and we know we have to eventually return back down in it. And we hang above as long as possible. We ended up at the marketplace. Traders from all over would come to the market. Now, you know, it's the same old thing in the market here. It was a kind of safe zone. Everybody was there to get their
Stay tuned to this channel.
Traders from all over would come to the market. Now, you know, it's the same old thing in the market here. It was a kind of safe zone. Everybody was there to get their same old consumer crap so popular before the fall. It was even bigger now. Well, aside from the cat flesh. Drugs, porn, smokes, ammo, guns, AA batteries to keep those portable CD players and Walkmans going, antibiotics for the various plagues still active. Traders from all over the countryside come to this market, which was kind of a safe zone. Not to say there weren't some heavy vibes. Buy a bong? Can we try one? Sampler, eh? You break out, you can try anything you'd like. Sissy! I need you to mind the store while I indulge our guests. Sissy, sissy, bye-bye, sissy. The interior was lit by a gas lamp hanging from the ceiling, and upside down American flags hung all over the walls of the tent. Keeps the cold out, and I was lucky I found them. They were in a big pile inside a prison I scavenged. Seems the industry of the prison had been making Old Glory. Jerry sat on a car seat, cushions on the floor, and we did the same, sitting Indian style. Sparked up a bowl and began passing. That was the one! Sissy comes back in again, brings him a bag of hemp. We light up the bowl again, Oh, Sissy, well, I named her Sissy after I found her in the burbs. She, as well as her mother and father and younger brother, had all been gang raped, left for dead by one of those marauding Bundy Crip gangs that had taken power in this part of the state. She wasn't dead. She kept speaking to a minimum, but she showed me some good affection. I mean, times are bad nowadays, but I've got freedom now that I never had before the collapse. You know, it's funny how things are. By the way, my name's Marco. I dropped the other one after the collapse. Keeps a tombstone uncluttered. Not that I expect Sissy to bother with the burial. We're all on the same ship. Don't let anyone tell you that a paradox is two doctors or a pair of shoes. The same ship. Don't let anyone tell you that a paradox is two doctors or a pair of shoes, because we're living paradox. This and that, desire and spirit, flesh, death, sex. How about some pink gel? LSD. I'd seen plenty of people. Crazy crackers who roam the ruins looking for change in payphones or looking for a Circle K that's open. I really lost one I saw who was looking for change for a $5 bill so he could answer a page. These people are broken precisely because they did not do any drugs, but those supplied by the corporations to protect us against the plagues the corporations themselves had started, so they could sell us the solution. I believe that's some sort of Hegel, what's the philosopher? Action-reaction solution? All that philosophy I took in school paid off well. I can make well-informed moral decisions. Of course, it doesn't serve much use when no one else is. And that's what studying that shit had taught me. When the collapse occurred and the medicines were not available and everything they had known broke, everyone broke. That was the story of the crackers. They missed them all, their cell phones, the oh-so-wonderful convenience of the well-lit strip mall, McMedicated, McMaliced, Western early 21st century consumer culture. It's old history now. Forced vaccinations and medications have been put in place by the government in order to retain some control over a populace that had enough of the decimation of all that was human, the certification and the registrations and the licensing of everything that had once been free. And I take my hit from Mr. Marco, and I can feel my stomach drop another 10 stories. An LSD shivers through my veins and geometric patterns fall unabated from my hands. And only doors in my head that's out. Channel outside won't change, and I'm beginning to drift. And I think of a rainbow, something that has not been seen since the collapse. And like a snakeskin shed and left behind, a fragile memory wraps us around us like a Mobius strip. Stacy said it had to be acid, and I said there's no explanation for how it works, so I try to understand why we think the way we think. And she said, "We shoo." I thought I was coming down. And I said, yeah. Felt like 12 people on that one. Let's talk. I feel like I'm on that trip again. This is good. Good. Acid. We got a good deal. I can't imagine acid trips lasting this long. I mean, I'm over my peak, just hanging there, gliding over the screen, waiting to fall and not falling. And then I said, nope, not falling. What am I going to find out now? Will I understand more of where all this is taking us? Could it be just as senseless as anything else we do? She said, yeah. That's what we were talking about. Is it going to make a real difference if we know who we are? And I said, what difference does it make? And she said, well, that's... Yeah, kind of fucked. Perfect, she said. And I said, I'm laughing at something. I'm laughing because... And she said, what? It's funny that no matter how much we know who we are, that's always changing. I mean, we can know each other into the very thing that created us because it doesn't matter. I mean, all this shit, we can trace all the cycles and keep unwinding it the whole, but even when we think we're all done, just because we believe and we understand it, that doesn't mean that's where we're going to be, just looking down over all of it. And I said, so what good does it do? And she said, absolutely nothing. And I said, it was just like a curse. And she said, yes, but it's a cycle to itself, a curse with a whole bunch of separate cycles. And I said, I wish I'd never known. You see, because I know it was already in me. I never had to take the acid. Acid just said, this is you, cleared the viewfinder, and I went, wow, this is it, huh? This is me? And she said, when I say this me, when I say this is me, if I'm presenting myself like this is me, it would be a whole diagram of the whole thing. You know, everything that ever thought to work out who we are. But look who's telling us that this time, just this plain nothing one-sided thing is this massive plan. Sure it's hard to believe. And she said, yeah, sure is. things have not changed too much for us. Like before the fall, we still do the acrobatics with the words, the thoughts, dancing, drugs, love, sex, and death, the eternal rejuvenator. And when we arrive back every time without fail, we seem to be so low, can't see the W and low, and it's the same old thing until we take off tomorrow, anyhow, all over again. So maybe every trip is the same. But then again, maybe not.